Welcome to the history of Baltimore movie theaters and drive-ins from 1960 to 1969. 1960. The Hillendale Theater in Towson opens as the first major suburban theater on November 23rd. These theaters closed in 1960. 1961. The Valley Drive-In at Garrison is opened by Schwaber Theaters on July 6th. These theaters closed in 1961. 1962. These theaters closed in 1962. 1963. The Super 170 Drive-In at Odenton opens on July 24th. The cinema became the Capri Theater on May 15th, showing adult movies, and renamed again to the Sutton Theater on September 19th. These theaters closed in 1963. 1964. The Glen Burnie Mall Theater opens on January 15th. General Cinema opens the Arundel Cinema in Glen Burnie on July 16th. The Cinema 1 and 2 in Timonium is opened by Schwaber Theaters on August 19th as the first purpose-built twin cinema in the area. The Liberty Theater in Randallstown is opened by Durkee Theater on October 29th. The Old Aurora Theater is reopened by Schreiber Theaters and Translux as the 70s Theater on November 27th. The 213 Drive-In at Churchville opens. These theaters closed in 1964. 1965. The Westview Cinema in Cantonsville opens on June 2nd. The new theater at Reisterstown is reopened as the Squire Theater on June 18th.
Gentleman agent with a license to kill. 007. It spells fun.
Translux opens the Reisterstown Plaza Theater on June 30th. The Plaza Theater in Randallstown is opened by Bromus Theaters on July 14th. The Old Nemo Theater reopens as the East Theater. These theaters closed in 1965, including the Stanley Theater on April 17th. 1966. General Cinema opens the Paring Plaza Cinema in Parkville on February 16th. Bromus Theaters opens the North Point Plaza Theater in Dundalk on March 16th. The Village Theater in Reisterstown is opened by JF Theaters on August 24th. The Plaza Theater in Annapolis is opened by Durkee Theaters. the Sutton and Walbrook Theater closes. 1967. General Cinema opens the York Road Cinema in Towson on June 28. The Tower Theatre is opened at the site of the Old Century Valencia Theatres by JF Theatres on December 19. These theatres closed in 1967. 1968. The Westview Cinema in Catonsville adds its second screen on November 20th. These theaters starts to show adult movies. These theaters closed in 1968. 1969. The Old Park Theatre is reopened as the Kane Theatre. The new theatre in Aberdeen became the Squire Theatre. These theaters start to show adult movies. These theaters closed in 1969. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.